So when working with ChatGPT and when constructing prompts, context is really important. But which kind of context, which kind of information should you add to your prompts? Well, in the end, of course, any information that's important for your goal, for the main purpose of your prompt, but whichever context you are adding, and I'll dive into some more concrete examples in just a second, whichever context you are adding, you should prefer short, focused sentences. For some prompts, you can also just use a list of keywords, like a bullet list or anything like that, and that might give you good results, but in general, right now, it seems as if short sentences that contain the relevant data are better than simple lists of keywords. Now, that being said, though, of course, you should include all the important keywords that you need for your prompt, just not as a list of keywords, but instead enclosed into short, focused sentences. You should definitely avoid adding unnecessary information to your prompts, though. Anything that's not needed to achieve your goal could distract ChatGPT and could therefore lead to a suboptimal result. Now, besides adding some general keywords and goal-specific information, there are some types of information that are needed for almost all prompts. For example, for many prompts, you might want to define the target audience of the prompt. If you're asking ChatGPT to create a tweet for you, you might want to specify who's the target audience of that tweet, since that of course helps ChatGPT fine-tune the tweet towards that target audience. You also might want to control the tone, style, and length of the output. If it should be friendly or very determined, if it should be a very long response or pretty short. You can also define how many characters you want to have in that result output, for example. And speaking of that output, another important kind of context you might want to add to some prompts is the output format. Now, the default is that you get text, and for many use cases, that's exactly what you need. But you can use ChatGPT for all kinds of scenarios, for example, also to generate some dummy data that you might want to use in one of your projects. For example, if you're developing an application or if you're practicing data science. And in such scenarios, it could be helpful to tell ChatGPT that you want the output in JSON format, or in CSV format, or that you want unformatted markdown, so raw markdown format, which you then could feed into your application where it then might get formatted. So it's really important to also be aware of this fact, that you can control the output format.